Boom, 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 boom. It's a new year. It's a new year. It's a new year. It's 2022. It's a new year. It's a new year. It's a new year. It's 2022. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's a new year. It's a new year. It's a new year. It's 2022. Hey, it's a new year. It's a new year. It's a new year. It's 2022. Hey, people, how y'all doing? Did you miss me? Hello, people. Hello, creatives. Welcome to 2022 with the professor. How y'all doing? It's been a long time coming. But it's about to be lit all 365. 365. Y'all, we are about to embark on another 365 days of just amazingness, of being incredible, of being so super creative, of unlocking your creativity. Y'all, it's 2022. If you on here, you made it. Like, that's a win. If you are on this live, if you're watching this broadcast, whether it's today, tomorrow, next week, that means you made it into 2022. Did you celebrate that win? Do you know the power in like how great it is to know that you have an opportunity to be great for 365 more days? What? What are you going to do with your 365? Huh? I know what I plan to do with my 365 days this year. How about you? What goals did you set? What plans did you make for 2022? Y'all, it's a new year. And I still left my voice in 2021. It still has not fully come back yet. I have no idea what's going on. It's not fully back. It's not as bad as it was. I have no idea. Like, I don't know if it's ever going to go back. Are you going to have to get used to me sounding like this? Like, it's not going back, and I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. I see all of you guys over there. Hello, hello. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Yes, we made it. We made it. Betty White didn't make it. Oh, y'all, that broke my heart. That broke my heart. Oh, I still plan to watch her 100th birthday celebration on January 17th. Like, that's the crazy part. Like, she already did like this kind of like movie type thing for like her 100th birthday that's supposed to like be in theaters on January 17th. Like, that's so crazy. That's so crazy. Y'all, I'm just happy. I just came on to say Happy New Year. Hang out with my peeps. We're not officially back until Monday when the kids are at school. Although I kind of don't want my kids to go back to school right now because, baby, the footage they showed of all those people with their children at Bayfront Park and all these other places around Miami, I'm like, look, I'm gonna need them to give a virtual option for at least the first 2 weeks. I have no idea who this is. Hold on. Sorry. Glad I did answer that. That's somebody who's trying to get right for the new year. Calling me about getting their website set up because they want to be right for 2022. So I'm glad I did answer that one. I can't help you with Wix though. That's like, so yeah. I need to find someone who is well versed in Wix to get on the team. I'm not well versed in Wix. I am like that person. Like they're calling to get their website set up, like Shopify. I am a Shopify girl all day, every day. I happen to love Shopify. So yeah. Um, Hopefully I can get someone who is well versed in Wix to be able to provide assistance and answer questions within within our platforms and stuff. So, but y'all, have you guys seen it? Did you guys see that I have a new logo? I told y'all I was teasing it. 365 Creative Academy. So like this year is bringing so many. Oh wait, hold on. So it's not like, I mean, it's just one little change, but I did make some like it's the start. By Monday everything will be done, but I wanted to have something that was new and different on the website. So like it makes it so much easier for you guys because people always say, well, where do I go to find this? Where do I go? Like all that stuff is there, but for it to be laid out and you to see like the actual pictures of the stuff. So like on the website, if you click here, it'll just take you to all of our paper offerings. Like, ooh, it's going to be other stuff to break it down by like tacky and break it down for different, like how I plan to do this. Like Monday, y'all see. It's going to be amazing. The logo has changed to where we're not Shop.Silaholics Anonymous. It's not even any of that anymore. It's straight HS Inc. Just straight HS Inc. It has changed officially. So it's like either shop.h, well, it says on their shop, but you can just go to hsync365.com to get to the website. But like the logo changed over for the new year. The domain name officially changed over for the new year. If I ever put anything over like on Facebook, hold on, let me show y'all how it comes up. Where did I put it at? Oh, so you see like there, like even the description of like the website. So it says, honestly speaking, 365 is your number one source for your creative needs, from the change the game 365 sublimation paper to an array of ink options, both sublimation and pigment ink. That's what the new description says. Y'all see me. Y'all see us. Y'all see us. Oh my gosh. It's so dope. And then, of course, just making it just making it a lot easier to navigate when you first come onto the site. But there's a lot more coming in store, like for that. So, like you click here, it just takes you to everything that you need for your old workforces. Made it a lot easier because everyone was saying, where do I find the empty cartridges? So I made that a lot easier to find too because I pushed it up to the top. But yeah, so that's like the first little change. That's like the preview to some of the changes that's coming to the website. And then Monday it's gonna be on and popping. And then if you head on over to the Academy sites, let's see, I don't know if that's the back end or not, so I can't really show that just yet. So let's just go like this and then go like this. And wait, did it go? Did it go? Did it go? Did it go? Nope. There we go. Look at that. 365 Creative Academy. Y'all like the new logo? There's actually a couple different versions of it. So that's one of the first classes that I am doing. I want to say it's the 13th, and I forget what day it is. I'm about to put the calendar up today because we have a session about logos and breaking stuff down. So I'm going to break down how I came up with this design, the thought process behind it when you're choosing one. And there's like 4 different versions of this. So there's that with the C and the lock, the open lock. for the C for Creative Academy and the 365 in there. There's one that's just the icon where it's like the favorite icon up there. It's just the C and the A in 365. There is a version where it is all in one. And then there is a version where the C is regular and then the lock in 365 is off to the side. So I have to change this part though. I haven't changed all of that. So we're still the Ivy League of craft education, but that's going to change because, we don't really use that word a lot anymore. We go like, creative education. So all of that will change. And of course, it won't say Silaholics Anonymous Academy anymore. It'll say 365. But that part takes a little bit more to get in there and change. So yes. So there had new year, just some new things. I'm still the same old me. 360, that paper is still the same old bomb, change the game paper. But it's a new year, so we had to roll out some new stuffices and stuff. So so yeah. All right, y'all. I'm here. We're going to stay on just for a little bit. I wanted to kick it off. I had this whole post, which I'm going to still make my post. I'll read it to y'all a little bit. Then, of course, I'll go ahead and put it on there. Let me see. Oh, let me see. So, a post that's coming. So it's a new year. It's 2022, y'all. We are about to embark on nothing but greatness. A new year of hope, opportunities, growth, education, discovery, goals, networking, wins, lessons learned. Whether you know it or not, 2021 taught us a lot of things. We have learned what to do for our personal and professional growth, and even what not to do, which still aids in our personal and professional growth. We've learned to pivot our thinking and adjust to a new normal when the world we knew, with the world that we knew, adjust to a new normal when the world as we knew it showed no signs of returning to the old normal. We learned that we can be and are stronger, smarter, and more resilient than we ever thought. In 2021, I made a lot of lasting connections and relationships through the internet and social media, and I am eternally grateful for it. And I look forward to all of the wonderful opportunities for growth, all the lessons that I will learn this year, and all of the continued connections and networking that will occur in 2022. 365 days of incredible creative greatness. So yeah, that post is coming soon. I had to adjust some stuff on it, and yeah, but y'all got to hear it, me in my Love Jones and my poetry type vibe, in my oracle vibe, to where I go and you can really feel the passion behind those words. So when you see the post, just imagine, me reading it just like that. I know, right? So, what was I gonna say? All right, it is currently 102. Right? I still want to kick it off. I know so many of you guys got like sublimation printers, or like just new equipment for the new year. Rather than wait till Monday, I wanted to go and talk about those. If you guys have questions that you have been holding on to for 2 weeks, I'm here to answer them. All right. So we're going to answer some questions. All right. If you got questions, I don't feel like it's enough people watching. I know I'm spread out. Trust me, I know. I'm like on every platform I can think of, but make sure y'all share because there's not enough people. There's not enough. Oh wait, what's that? What was that? Friday. Where the rest of it? Where the rest of the people? It's not enough. So why y'all not sharing? Just go ahead and share it out. I'm about to share out too because I didn't share it to my groups. Look at the thumbnail that they put. Like this is what people will see when they come to it. Like, what you talking about, Willis? All right. Okay, so I shared it all out. It shared all out. Oh wait, you know what I have to do? I have to go. I put my phone because the live on my regular page, I don't get to see. Oh wait, I didn't go live on. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, there we go. Hold on, waiting for it to show up on my feed. There we go. All right, just so that I can see any questions on there, just in case. All right, any comments? All right, so let's get into a little Q&A because y'all know that's what I love to do. All right, and I saw a couple questions. Let's see. So I was looking at the new look. It's very nice. I noticed that there's a Formula B Eco Tanks. It's just the one. It's the one we advertise for Eco Tanks. It's technically the same. The colors in the bottles are slightly different. Than the other one, but for Eco Tanks, it really doesn't make a big difference, and that's where our gray ink is listed. So it's just another formula, and it is they sent it to us. And I know if you guys remember when I mentioned that it's like they gave us these crazy bottles that had like I don't know, it drives me absolutely bonkers. And that's pretty much it. So it's just, really separating it for um um Eco Tanks. It's pretty much the same, slightly different. If you already had ink in there, it won't you should still wait until it's like all the way out before you like mix the inks. If you're going to switch it out, because it's a little bit cheaper. Um, but it's an oops batch, but for Eco Tanks, it doesn't matter because Eco Tanks are not accurate colors anyway because they use dye inks. Thank you. Thank you. Hello. All right. What is the best background removal software? I pretty much use remove.bg or I'll of course do a trace and detach in Silhouette Studio. Sometimes I use like because I have Photoshop, but for the most part I use remove.bg. Now, if you're a Cricut user, Cricut now has the background removal tool on there. But I think someone said you may have to have their account, like their subscription based thing to have that. But they do have the background remover in Cricut. But for me, I mainly use remove.bg. That's a website. I pay for it so that I can download the high definition versions. And then, of course, Silhouette Studio. And I just trace and detach, or I'll manually trace. Congratulations on your new branding. Your paper saved me so much work on my gifts this year. Thank you so much for that feedback. That's amazing to hear. I'm like, I thought I had one person. He was like, look, these colors have never looked like this. He literally went up on the prices of his shirts because the colors were absolutely like amazing compared to the paper he was using before. And he was like, look, I told him like prices have gone up because I got a premium paper now, a premium product. Hey, let's go. I can't be like Buster. Yes, it is okay for the 15,000. Correct. Is a nozzle check necessary every time I refill the inks? Which printer do you have? Because some of them, yes, well, it's not a nozzle check, but like if you have any workforce printer, when you go and do like ink cartridge replacement to be able to refill the inks, it's automatically going to do a print head cleaning. So like the newer ones, like the 7820, 7840, it does it automatically every single time. With the old ones, like the 78, 76, 7720, 7710, all of those, it won't do it. It'll say ink cartridge replacement complete. But the minute you go to send a print, it's going to do the print head cleaning first before it pushes out the print, or you can initiate it. Yeah. So with the 7210, it is always going to do one. Yes. And then I haven't had to fill up the tank on my eco tank yet, so I'm not sure like if you go and you fill it up and you tell it to reset the levels, if it does a pre-head cleaning. I'm not sure about that one because I haven't had to refill my inks yet. But with all the other ones, yes, you do have to do a pre-head cleaning, whether you initiate it yourself while you're there at the printer and you just go pre-head cleaning, or if you send something to print, whenever that next print is, it's going to do a pre-head cleaning anyway. Not at this time, unfortunately. We are still pretty much home based. Like we have two warehouses where all of our like overflow is stored, and then we bring it all here to be able to package and all of that kind of good jazz. Um, but as of right now, we don't have plans because we are still pretty much home base. So a part of our 365 days of goals is to be in that full on um, commercial space. But as of right now, we only have the 24-inch rolls. I saw. I saw. Oh my gosh. That you did your first couple of tumblers. I was like, yes. And I was like, oh shit. Like from the what I saw, like, oh, like she did good with her seam. Now, I don't know, were they 20-ounce ones? Because we got to work on, like, I think you had one, like your second one was dope. Like that was spot on. I know the first one you had like the little lip, but the crazy thing is it worked. Like it was a perfect lip around it. So it actually worked. And then you had the white on the bottom. So it looked like it was supposed to be like that. So don't ever tell nobody it was wrong or your measurements was off because it looked like that's the look that you were going for. What settings would you use on Easy Press using your ink and paper? I watched you when you press the footballs, but I'm still doing something wrong. For the most part, I am able, for a lot of the substrates, I'm able to use 365 degrees for like 30, 40 seconds. Like, I use my Cricut one sometimes, but most times I have like my Vivora one. But for the most part, I've been able to still do 365 for like 40 seconds. It's just you have to apply that pressure. And that's not just an HS ink paper thing. That's just in general for sublimation. You have to make sure that you're not giving that ink any way to like escape, and you want it to go straight down into your substrate. So you're going to have to make sure that you are applying that pressure. Do you know what settings to use on the Samsung camera? Mines are always too big when I try to remove the background and remove BG. What do you mean? What settings to use on your Samsung camera? Mine's are always. So you have to remember when you use remove.bg, it's going to still leave all of that, like those pixels, it's going to leave it on there. it's not going to make it where it's the exact size. All it's doing is removing the background. It is still going to leave your picture the exact same size that it was. That's why I normally will go into either Photoshop and trim away the pixels, the transparent pixels, or I'll do a trace and detach in Silhouette Studio. So it's still going to leave that part on there. Like it'll be like whatever size you took the picture in, you're just going to have transparent pixels that size. I'm learning so much. I refilled my inks in my 15,000 and now I'm seeing lines going down my prints. Why is that and how do I correct it? I don't have a 15,000 and I'm not sure exactly which lines you're referring to. Are you talking about the little pinwheel lines going down? Is it like banding lines going down? Lines can mean several things. You guys, like in this year, I'm trying to get you guys to be as descriptive as possible so that I can answer your question right when you answer, like right when you ask it, versus like having you post something and then it's all choppy and stuff. So you really have to define what do you mean by lines, because that can be a lot of things. Because if it's banding lines, that's because of your print settings. If it's pinwheels, you probably need to clean your rollers and change your print settings. It won't do it at all. It won't remove the background at all. So you have to remember with remove.bg, like depending on how you're taking your picture, if it's like really, really busy and it cannot detect what is the foreground and what is the background, it is going to be very difficult for it to remove the background. When it comes to like people and pictures and images and stuff like that, or like objects, it does somewhat of a good job. And if your background is almost the same color as what's in the foreground, it's going to be hard for them to remove it. So a lot of times when that happens, I will go back in and do you know how to use the restore? Like if it doesn't remove enough or it removes too much. So I'll go in, I'll do restore and I'll bring it back in and then I'll take it into like either Silhouette Studio or Photoshop and I'll clean it up from there. Yeah, really, something like that. These are times like this is what I don't utilize my groups for teaching or like how a lot of people say to use their groups and they're using that as like a funnel just to be able to get people to for their products and stuff. My groups is there for help. Like these type questions that require a picture, that's where you want to post them in my Facebook groups, because then I get a visual and I'm able to assist and help a little bit more. Hello, everybody. I see you guys here because I'm like, Robin, happy new year, Tanya, because I can't see. StreamYard doesn't show me your questions on the actual interface. So I don't call them pizza wheels. I never understood why people call them pizza wheels because my pizza cutter is a straight blade. So if it's the pinwheels, it's probably from not cleaning your rollers. Cleaning your rollers is a part of regular maintenance for your sublimation printers. Printers in general require maintenance. If you guys have never looked at videos for equipment that you may not even like be really interested in, you look at some of the bigger companies and when they go in and say, okay, hey, we're open for the day, this is what we do. Like for some, they have to do like the really big ones and like these bigger companies that's doing like major submission. They have the big printers, big presses, and they're doing cut and sews. They come in and they'll let you know they do a print head cleaning, they do a nozzle check, they do different things. Like with my Roland, we have to go in there and clean the print heads and like check your dampers. So when it comes to printers in general, they require maintenance. This is another thing that I am doing my best to properly educate people. It's so much more than just getting a printer, throwing ink in there, printing some stuff out. It still requires maintenance, especially with something like sublimation and sublimation paper. Excuse me. Because whether it's one print after one or two prints after three prints, sublimation paper is not meant to absorb the ink. You really want a paper where it's going to kind of rest on top. So those pinwheels are going to pick it up, and those pinwheels are necessary to keep the paper in line. Once you get to like really, really big printers, you never hear anyone talk about that because it's normally on a roll. So I know, what's her name? Who asked me about it? Oh God, where is it? Chandra? Did I say it right? Hold on. Did I say her name right? I don't remember if I said it right. Where is her question? She asked me about 36-inch rolls. Did I say her name right? Yeah, Chandra. So, like with the bigger ones, because it's on a roll, that is really what's controlling the paper, right? So there's no pinwheels on the really big ones. Once ink touches it, nothing ever touches that paper and that print again. That's because the roll keeps it in place. There is no end to it. So with sheets, they have to have the rolls to kind of keep the paper steady, because once the end of that paper gets into that well, and with the ink carriage going like across it, it's going to make it shift. So you have to have those pinwheels to keep the paper in place, because it's not attached to a roll to where it'll roll through and then you can cut it off and then the paper is still like pinched inside the printer. You can't do that with the desktop printers. So you have to have those pinwheels. So you have to clean them continuously. You have to keep up with that. And then with our paper, it's a lower ink consumption. So you don't have to put that, like if you're using premium matte, like from all those old settings, you're going to have to clean your rollers a lot, like more often. If you haven't changed your settings where you're changing like the density on it, you're going to have to change, like you have to clean your rollers more often than someone who uses just plain paper and they're adjusting their density. So it all comes from your print settings. Which program would you recommend once I complete the bachelor's? So I committed to this for a year, so there won't be any major change until October of 2022. So once, like if you're doing bachelor's and you're just learning the beginning part of it, the next one up really is just master's. So in our master's program, and if you're wanting to, because bachelor's, there's really no endpoint until September. So now if you want to, like let's say October, and you want to get into master's, which is like designing like our master sessions, we work on, I show you how to design. Like I will give you guys different examples, and I provide like certain elements, and whether you do it live in class or you try it on your own, like just watching the playback of it, it gives you a more comprehensive look at like how to design and how to put these things together. This month it is summation friendly designs. So sometimes, I have people in my classes that don't do all sublimation. They still do like vinyl shirts, or they want to do like print and cuts for like just regular like paper, or they're doing the printable transfer shirts, they're doing adhesive. So a lot of times when I'm teaching classes, I do it in a way where, okay, hey, you can print this out for summation, you can print it out on your regular printers and stuff like that. But I also have to consider that you're going to have like, some people need to know how to do it so they can cut it from vinyl. Well, for masters this month, so that I'm not kind of like split on that and showing both ways, we're going to focus on sublimation friendly designs. Like these are things where, it's not necessarily anything that requires you to cut anything. And putting those together and mixing things and just understanding just composition and things like that. So that's what the master's is. Bachelor's is more so like for those who really want to just focus. Now you can join masters. Masters will give you still have access to all of the bachelor's courses, but you get that extra design element in the master sessions. There's 2 per month. And then after that, it's creative business. And creative business is just learning about the business side. If you're not quite there to where you're doing business, you don't have to take that this year. We're going to have it next year, pretty much have some of the same type classes and discussions next year. So you don't have to take creative business now. But those are our 3 programs. Now, I will have a la carte classes. The thing with my academy and the way that it's structured, it's not a free for all. I'm not one that believes that you should really just take any and every class and you should try and learn every craft that there is. That's going to cause confusion for yourself, for your brand. You're going to be trying to do all these different things to where you're not focusing on what it is that you need to focus on for the growth of your business. It'll come a time where you're going to grow, not say outgrow, but you will add other elements to your business. But I teach from a standpoint of I believe you will be more successful if you really focus on one type of craft or like creative, take one creative path. So trying to learn how to do sublimation and resin and paper crafting, and I want to learn how to do balloons, I want to learn how to do party favors, like you're going to be an information overload. You're going to end up buying so many different things that you're never going to feel like you're making a profit, because the minute you make money because you see somebody else doing something or that looks interesting, now you're going out to buy the equipment and supplies for that, and you're like, wait, where in the heck is my profit? Like, where did my money go? Like, so I am not one that really encourages trying to learn 1,000 different things. So I have a couple of projects that I'm working on that's really going to break that down. You know, summation is trending right now, but there is still a whole like industry of people who just do vinyl. I look at like some of the major um sign companies here, and they work with vinyl. Like they have a full business and they're doing business to business to where they are creating vinyl decals for businesses windows. Now if you get into the part where you are printing it out, you still cut it, but there is still so much money in just learning and mastering vinyl. You start with cups, you start with putting it on vases and things like that, and so this is something like for party planners. I can teach you how to use the program so where you're properly setting it up to cut stuff like this and all of those, but you're not using it for anything summation. You have those skills. Can it be used for shirts or chip bags and stuff like that? Yes. But if you come into where this is what I want to learn this program for, that is what I'm trying to like, that's the atmosphere that I'm trying to create within my academy, is having classes. And I know y'all love me. Y'all want to probably take every class that I have. And it's like, okay, I just want to be in the building. But I want you guys to be very strategic. I could easily go and say, take every class. That's going to help my bottom line. It's going to help me become, have a lot of coins in the bank. But that's not going to help you. And my goal is truly to help creatives have somewhat of tunnel vision so that you can master one thing and then build on your it'll help you build on your business, because you're not going to be scatterbrained. Like that's my goal. So I will have other classes. So if you're doing bachelors, look out for what classes are coming up and know what it is that you want to take. So we're going to have some sessions that's going to be on sublimation, just strictly drinkware. That's going to be like for shirts. That's going to be on print and cuts, and like print and cut, man, that breaks off into so many different things. There's print and cut for sublimation. There's print and cut for like labels and stickers. There's print and cut for centerpieces. So it breaks off in so many different directions. But if you come in there and it's like, okay, oh, she did a print cut for this, but you don't even have that equipment, it's not going to help you to try to do everything. I know that's like, I'm probably killing myself, because that's what, that's the thing that people push. Oh, learn everything. Y'all not going to get that over here. I'm not trying to be a dream killer. I know from experience. I am where I am now, and I have the experience because this wasn't overnight. This wasn't learning all this at one time. This is several years of experience that has gotten me to where I am now, to where I am proficient in so many different things. So yeah. She says, yes, God, I've learned that I learned that all of my printers need maintaining. And yep, she says, from that. She said, you'll never master anything. Let's see. But you can always join masters. But I will say this: today is that was the reason why I came on live. Today is the last day to enroll in any of my programs, like to fully enroll. I do plan to, like, for the master sessions, my bachelor sessions, they will not be open. You're either in bachelors or you're not. That closes today. It was supposed to be yesterday, but I was like, I'm not going to go live because I said I'm not doing it. I'm not going to be live until the new year. But bachelor's closed because what I don't want is people to be so far behind in like the different lessons to where when we're ready to move on. The goal of bachelor's, yeah, we're learning the basics and I'm doing it little by little now, but 6 months in, we need to start working on now putting those together and truly building like basic designs and then more advanced designs. Like by the end, the last couple of sessions of bachelor's is going to basically teeter on master level stuff because we've had a year of learning the program. So bachelors, today is the last day, 11:59. That sucker will come off of the website. You will not be able to enroll in the bachelor's program whatsoever as of 11:59 Eastern Standard Time tonight. Masters, you won't be able to enroll in that either, but each one of the master sessions or like for that month will be available as a la carte classes. So people will be able to attend the sessions for just that month. You're going to end up paying a lot more if you don't do the master's program, but you'll be able to attend those. It's 2 sessions every single month, and they're normally different design techniques with that one. So, and then creative business, you can creative and doctor will also close. So all the actual memberships will close today, but you'll be able to partake in like the master's classes, and then you can still do creative business. So that will always be open. Anyone can join creative business, but doctorate, masters, and bachelors will close today. Your design sense is awesome, and I look forward to working on more designs from what I've learned from you. Thank you, Miss Cheryl. Do you offer branding classes? I need some help with that as well as building my website. I love your new branding, by the way. So that's what my creative business program is. We have 4 sessions where and I was trying, like last year, I was really trying to get a feel of who was there, what level was everyone on, so that sessions this year can be a little bit more guided and what people actually need. There's a lot of people who are in it where they're not quite at business level. Like they are still kind of like in side hustle. There are some that just needs that extra push and that confidence. And I feel like I've somewhat done the things that I need to do. They have to now go and do the work and put the work into action from everything that we've discussed. But then there's some where it's like, okay, I'm not quite there. I'm trying to fill out and figure out which way I want to take my side hustle, or how do I go from my side hustle to a business. And then there are a few who have businesses and they now need my help to go from a business to a company. If you don't understand that those are 3 different things, 3 totally different things. Running a company where you're now going to have to figure out when you want to bring people on, knowing about job descriptions and having contracts. When you go onto a regular 9 to 5, like your regular corporate jobs, they have a job description. You go and you sign an offer letter and things like that. And those are one of the things that we're building to now with bringing on staff. So that's one thing where, it's certain things we can talk about as far as becoming like, a company. And there are things that I'm going to be embarking on. Well, we're going to be embarking on ourselves, and I'll be able to share that with you guys also in creative business. So creative business covers all of that, like the branding and different things like that. I have the logo sessions that are coming up in January. My creative business students will have access to that session. So they won't have to pay for that. Everyone else, they'll have to come in and pay for that particular session, but my creative business students won't have to. And I'm going to break down like the logo, understanding colors, understanding what to if you're going to have someone design your logos, what to look for, what's the difference in all the different logo types, because you have so many. You have word marks, you have emblems, you have icons, you have mascots, you have combinations. Like, it's so much when it comes to a logo and what represents your brand. And then there's a total difference between your logo and branding. One of the things that we are implementing, and you guys again will see this on Monday, is have any of you gone and actually thought about you're saying you want a business. What are the core values of your business? What are at least 4 adjectives that describe what you want people to think and feel when it comes to your business? What do you want to evoke? What do you want to project? I'll tell you just a little bit of what's coming. 2 of our keywords is consistency. That's one of the ones. It's just consistency. And oh God, I gotta go pull it up. Hold on. And since like I have to now get that burned into my brain. Oh, consistency and confidence. I find that my core audience, it's not that you guys don't have the skills to take your business to the next level. It's that confidence, right? So we're about, us being consistent and helping to build creative confidence. Those are some of the core values that's going to be like plastered on our websites. When I put different things out, like that's those are some of the things that we're going to focus on. Staying consistent. I think that we have proved in this year that as a company, we are very consistent. We don't play the game of we're sold out, this and the third. Like, we make sure like we are, our products are consistently available. I try to be very consistent in, my lives and the information that, I put out. Last year, really working on, with my my program, being very consistent in keeping with a schedule. So it's something that I work on daily. And I'm like, if it's a part of my core values, I know that I'm going to work on those consistently. Like, they have to be a part of my core values. So that's like one of the first ones is consistency and building creative confidence, because like that's like the 2 main ones that's on this list of what are the core values of our company, our brand, and what we want and how we want to service others. So many people have the skills, but they lack the confidence. They lack the confidence to be confident in their pricing, be confident in their process and their procedures of actually making something. And I get that a lot. Like, I get on my mom. I fuss at my mama. And like, girl, if you don't just push that dang on P press down, like she be going, she's like, y'all know I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. This makes me nervous. Or I see a lot of my students use the word intimidated. That's just another word for fear. So it's creating creative confidence. Those are core values that we are definitely working on pushing this year. So if you don't have core values, you might want to be in creative business, because that's one of the first things we're going to talk about. Our first session is the 4th, and we're going to talk about goals and plans. We're going to talk about things like that, like, pick some adjectives that, you want to be your core values and things that you want to project to your audience. So those are things that we're going to really, really focus on. So our creative business is probably going to be the best option for you. I want to focus more on my graphic designing. That's my passion. And under 365 Creative Academy, I am going to do a little bit more in other programs as well, because I have like all the programs. I really only use Photoshop, Illustrator. I used to use CorelDRAW. I'm getting back into it. So I'm going to show combining, like how I combine some of the things from Photoshop to Silhouette. when I'm designing for my website, I use Photoshop a lot more so than Silhouette. Although actually all of my paper items, like those thumbnails, were done in Silhouette Studio. But like the new thumbnails and like being able to have those gradients and stuff like that in the shadows, that was done in Photoshop. And it just makes it a lot easier because the layer styles are there. You don't have to I don't have to reinvent the wheel every time I type something out. So I use both, but I use them in different ways. So I'm going to be sharing how I use Photoshop. I'm not teaching classes on Photoshop as a whole, but when you see how I use it for branding, how I use it for thumbnails, or how I use it for different design elements, you can, there's other platforms like, my girl Shannon. I love that she teaches like from her templates and it helps people understand Photoshop a little bit better. So there might be other resources to get a full understanding of like so many other different things. I'm only showing how I use Photoshop. I'm not trying to be the Photoshop guru and, I'm the go-to for learning Photoshop in all these different facets, because as a photographer, I could never teach a photographer Photoshop when it comes to them going in there and like really, really modifying and photoshopping pictures. Like, I mean, I know how to liquefy. Oh, I know how to go and slim some folk down now. I've worked some magic in Photoshop, but I would never go to where I'm teaching Photoshop to a photographer. I can teach Photoshop to other creatives and other creative entrepreneurs. So I will have some Photoshop things that, even with learning how to do stuff for your website, it still helps with your graphic designing because you're still going to understand how to utilize those tools within that program. I definitely got caught in the hype in the beginning. That was me all over the place in the process of editing what is offered. She said, I don't know what I'll do when I branch out. I love your honesty. Thank you. That's also one of our core. So, dang, you don't want to tell y'all that now. That's another one of the things that we're doing. And really playing up on that. And we have this little special thing that we're going to do. I want to learn to design better in Silhouette. I'm scatterbrained. My mom says that all the time. Don't be scatterbrained. Thanks, because all of this can get overwhelming trying to learn. Gotta find a niche. If anyone is here that is thinking about joining the program, I'm here to tell you it is the best investment. I have learned so much in a short time. I feel like I should have spent my financial aid here. Thank you. What is creative business again? Been in a rabbit hole. That's my one where it's nothing but business talk. So we have 4 sessions a month. We have a business check-in. We have like a business chat, which like the first one we're gonna do, it's still a check-in, but it's almost like a chat. So that is where we're discussing goals and stuff like that. Then we always have like a website session. Again, I teach more so from Photoshop as far as like templates and adding stuff like that, but things like understanding whatever website you use. So our second session for the year for creative business, which is on the first Thursday, is taking pictures. Whether just understand like you don't have a full-on studio, how to utilize like just different backgrounds, how to utilize your phone, and then once you take those pictures, how to use different programs to edit them and then add them to either to different backgrounds and stuff like that. So like our second session is on like I said, it's websites, but we're focusing on product pictures. Next month we're going to focus on like your banners and your thumbnails and things like that. The third session, which is it's always like every other week. So then the third session is a check-in, and that's when I normally do that one like in the afternoon time, because sometimes people can't attend the daytime one, and then I can't always do things at night. So that is like a check-in session, and it's like, okay, if you have any questions, you want to vent, you want to scream, all that kind of good jazz, you're amongst like-minded people who experience the same thing. When you have a customer that's driving you nuts, like we've had people. I'm not one that does like craft fairs and vendor shows and things like that. And we've had others that do it, and they've offered up some advice and some tips and things like that because they have done them. I don't do them. So that's a time for us to share experiences. And then we have this session at the end of the month that's called Profit by the Numbers. Profit by the Numbers is when we break down how to maximize your profit, and everything's associated with some sort of number. It's not always the financial aspect, or not say financial, it's not always pricing. So we've gone through some sessions, and we're going to go back through some more. We're doing this like exercise that we do where someone volunteers. I always ask, because we always have the opportunity to do that. Someone volunteers, what are their process, what are their thought process on what they want to make for the year. And then we look at, okay, what are you offering? What's your average price point? Or we break that down by all of the weeks. And there's certain, it's not quite 52 weeks. I'm not giving all the way. We go through that in there and we break that down. All right, so now we are now down to this week, this day. What do you have to sell? What do you have to have a final product to reach this goal? So now, is this realistic? So then that leads into conversations about, okay, well, how can we reach this? Is it, I'm not able to reach this goal because I only have one machine. So do I have to now increase the number of machines I have? Do I now need to look into bigger equipment? So numbers is not just about pricing. It's about all the numbers associated with your business. The number of people you have working for you, the amount of equipment that you have, the amount of supplies that you have, the time is a number. So we break it down, profit by the numbers. And there's so many different numbers to consider, especially once you're transitioning from, this is just me as a crafter, and I just have a little side hustle. And most times I'm just making money. People give me a little love offering. If I now have a side hustle, it's like, okay, I ain't trying to be too official. I got some things that I can't have certain monies on paper. So I want to be able to do this, but it's almost like it's on the table. And then there is when you're ready to go from a side hustle to a business and really changing your mindset for what is going to come. When you say that you are a business, there are certain expectations. I have said this so many times. As a business, you do not work for yourself. That is the biggest lie ever told, that you work for yourself when you have your own business and you are an entrepreneur. You work for the people you service. You have to have a certain level of customer service. You have to be able to kind of like grin and bear foolishness sometimes. Like, I don't believe the customer's always right. And you have to have, again, that confidence to stand on what the policies that you have put in place for your business. And just because they go and they want to badmouth, I got a girl, every chance she get somebody group talking about something, don't buy their stuff, they this, they that. Girl, all these sales over here and all these, they tell a different story, honey, because what I do have is great customer service. And that's another thing, learning that customer service is not completely pleasing the customer or the client. There's some people you're not going to be able to please. The answer that you give them is not the answer that they wanted or how they felt like you should have handled it. That doesn't mean that you did something wrong. I just realized that was a cross and just covering my mouth the whole time. That doesn't mean that you did something wrong. Having that confidence to stand on whatever your policies are. If it's no refund, it's no refund. Get mad. Make sure that as a business, that's the difference. When you go and you're not going to offer those refunds, you can't really be in side hustle anymore. Because why? You're not going to have any documentation to back you up if they go to their bank and say, I didn't pay for this. I wasn't given what I was supposed to be given. So that's a major difference between a side hustle and a business. When you have a business, you have documentation. So if you go and you say, okay, hey, there was no refund. This was the policy. This was here. If you didn't read it, if you like me and you go and you give you them long terms of agreement, you just kind of go, you just sign your life away. If you didn't read, that's on you. But it was there. The information was there. And that is the major difference between a side hustle and a business, is having that documentation. A business is not about the LLC, the EIN, like all these, like that's an important part of it. Don't get me wrong. Those are important elements. But if that's all you're learning about and that's all people are pushing, What about the things that really matter with running your business? That is what 365 Creative Academy focuses on. Last year, I made an LLC and didn't do anything with it. I want to get rid of the LLC and focus more on mastering the graphics and shirts. What do you suggest? I moved way too fast when I did that. It's okay. You've secured that name. No one can ever take that away from you. So if you've made that jump already, it's okay. Having that doesn't mean that just because you have an LLC, don't mean you have to go and really do anything with it. It's like you can still grow. And now, once you've mastered your quote unquote craft, once you've mastered your what you want to do as a creative business, that's now one less thing that you have to worry about. So it's not that you necessarily, move too fast. You've just secured that. Now it's there. And there's certain things you have to do when once you kind of take that step. So you have to maintain those, but it doesn't, it's a lesson learned in that you're going to have to kind of pay some things now where you're not quite ready for it, but it's never a bad thing to have it. It's just that doesn't have to be the first thing that you think of. My barber said something to me, and I told him, I hope I'm going to be using this. And it's okay to be a 1099 business. If you don't know what that is what you file in your taxes when you're self-employed. You don't have to have an LLC to be self-employed. Now, you do have to go and do right by Uncle Sam and pay your taxes as a self-employed. You're self-employed and do a 1099. But going, and he said, like, with his thing, he wants to help barbers and different service people go from a 1099 service, like service-based, side hustle, to a business, and having all of those things in place, understanding about business credit. Does everyone need business credit right now? No. Because if you're not at the place to where you're really buying like big stuff, you don't want to waste that as well. So everyone isn't where they need business credit at this point. Everyone isn't at a point where they need an LLC. It is perfectly okay to be a 1099 entity and just work that way and just be self-employed, and you file them on your regular taxes. Uh-huh. I don't know which part it was, but I know I said something. I sure enough was thinking about you. It was a certain part that you sure enough was the one that was running through my head. That would be me, fear. I will use 4 different programs in one design. Some things are just more simple in different programs. It saves me. That's why I said some people I in the rolling group. Oh, why would you go through all of that and go through this program? Just do it all in one. I'm much faster in certain programs, and I feel like it makes it faster when I do one thing over here and I can just do it real quick and then I can combine it versus trying to figure it out. I'm the same way, AJ. We've always been spirit animals. Like, we the same. We got the same spirit animal. I'm the same way. I'd rather design in like a bunch of different programs and bring them all together than design in one. That's just me. I'm looking at the courses and I'm confused with the pricing for the master's. So everything has 3. Okay. So let me kind of go through that. All right. Let me go over here and I'm just going to break this down real quick. So all of our programs have 3 price points, right? 3. You have the monthly. The way the monthly works, the 125 is your enrollment fee. If you're going to go and break it down, you want to break your payments down monthly as far as having access. Now that 125, you can break that down in payments through Shop Pay. Sezzle is acting a little crazy on our website. I don't know what's going on. I'm talking to people, it's acting a little crazy, but we have Shop Pay. So if you want to break that 125 up into payments, that is just your enrollment fee. Once you get access to the program, especially coming in now, you have access to Essentials to Silhouette Studio, the old one. There's a new one coming up January 8th. That's not included. So you have access to Essentials to Silhouette Studio. You have access to like the tracing class. You have access to some other like resources, depending on which program you're in. Like if you do doctor, you have access to like the Shopify course. Hi, sir.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Uh,
And then you have access to all of the previous content. I ran a pilot program with these to just kind of get an idea, and that started like in May. But there's still so much great content and information in that. You get access to like, just different design videos, stuff like that. So you're getting access to all of that the moment you enroll, right? But now for all of the stuff that comes every single month. Like I said, Bachelor's is 4 sessions per month. Every single Wednesday at 6:30, we are on for an hour, hour and a half, going over basic things within Silhouette Studio. So if you're do Bachelor's, you're paying for that. You're now paying for that monthly access. You're paying for access to our exclusive Facebook group, and I go live, and you're getting access to my exclusive Watch Me Works. You're getting live. You're getting access to where, if you have an issue, if time permits, you send me your image or send me whatever. I can make a quick video inside that exclusive group to help you with your specific question. So there's a lot of services that are come directly from me. These are not pre-recorded videos. These are like all of my sessions. Like if you're able to attend them, if you're not able to attend them, hey, you're missing out. But I do live Zoom sessions. You're not watching me on YouTube. You're not watching me on Facebook Live. You're in the Zoom session with me. If you have something you need to turn on your camera and say, okay, I can't figure this out, or you need to share your screen, it is live, interactive. You are able to share your screen and I can walk you through it. That's what you're paying for monthly, to have access to that level of teaching. So with the monthly, the $125 is simply your enrollment fee to get access to all of those things, get access to your discounts for a la carte classes, all of that. Then your monthly access, you pay for that. That is $45 for the Bachelor's, and I'll go through the other ones. So it's the enrollment fee, and then it's $45 per month for the actual access to all of the different classes and things like that, and your discounts and stuff like that. If you choose that, hey, I ain't got time to mess around with no payments. Look, I already know this finna be dope as hell. I just want to get it all over with. You can choose to do a one-time payment. The one-time payment, now you can make that where it breaks it up into payments by getting it through Shop Pay. And however they break it up, 4 payments, 6 payments for the $398. So that's $398. That's a one-time payment. You're locked in. You're going to get access to all of the classes, all of the sessions, all of the lives from October 2021 until September 2022. That's what you have access to. Don't want to quite pay $398, $400. You can break it up into 2 payments. So it's $225 your first payment, and you still get access to everything. 6 months later, it's going to go and charge you $225 again. And then you'll be done. You'll pay for that. So you'll have access to the rest of, the 6 months of content or whatever after that. So you have different options. I did the options because everybody's budget is different. You might be able to pay a little bit now, and then, it's easier for you to pay it monthly because you don't have all of it now. So I just wanted to be able to offer you guys different payment options, and each program is set that way. Whenever you see the monthly, that is just the enrollment, and monthlies come like that one comes with a monthly payment. That enrollment fee is not the monthly payment. If you choose Shop Pay, you still have to pay that $45 per month. Okay. For Bachelor's. And then if we go to Masters, it is, see, it's crazy because this switched it on here, where it put the one-time payment first. I'm going to go in to where it looks more consistent, to where the monthly payment is the first one. So this is the one-time payment. I don't know how that got mixed. I'm going to go in and flip that so that monthly payment goes to the top. But the one-time fee is $590. That gets you access to the exclusive group, my Watch Me Works. Still get you access to, quick help. If you ever book a one-on-one session with me, you get an extra, like, I think it's like 15 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. Like that part is free. And then you get access to the 4 live sessions per month for bachelors, and you get access to the 2 master sessions per month. So you get access to those. That's what that is. So the one-time fee, $5.90. And then you also get discounts for any a la carte classes. The 1 year enrollment with payments, like the entire program runs 1 year from September 2021 until, I'm sorry, from October 2021 until September 2022. That's where the year comes in at. So even if you're joining now, you still have access to the content that was put in there from October to September. So if you join in December, you don't get, like, come October, it starts over again. You don't get access to the content and the live sessions that are going to come October 2022 unless you pay for that. So even if you're joining now, I said December, January, it doesn't run from January to January. It's the program itself ran from October to September. And then biannual, same thing. Biannual, same thing, is 2 payments. Monthly, you pay $135 to get access to all of that content that's in there. And then your monthly fee for all. So for you, it's technically 6 live sessions. So it's basically $10 a session. It's $60 per month. And that's just the live Zoom sessions. I go live in my Facebook group as well. And then do I have it on here? No, I'm actually going to update this because I have the list of what each month is. Like, it comes in an email. You get to see what each month is. Like, this month is summation friendly designs. Next month is autism and awareness. So different awareness designs and autism designs is for next month. And then if you do doctorate is basically those 2 programs and creative business together. So you'll get access to those business, and they are broken up the same way. The monthly is just the enrollment. You get access to all of those playbacks. You actually get access to 10 playbacks a month. And we've been doing this since October. December, there was no content for December because that was the month that I take a break. But you have access to all of the other content. And then same breakdown for each program. Creative business is just creative business. It's just those who want the business side. They don't need any of the graphic designing help. Creative business can be purchased individually. Your customer service is so on point and your logistics is the standard. Ooh. I know. So somebody told my husband has people spoiled because I referred somebody to a different company and it was like, Shakia, those people said my stuff was not going to ship out until January. What in the heck? I'm so used to, I place my order and depending on what time of day it is, I get a shipping notice, like a shipping label, like for a tracking number in like 30 minutes to an hour. Some people, I've actually had people that complain because sometimes he's so fast that they'll put an order in and he's already processed it. Like, he's packing it up and it's in the bin with everything else. So we can't go change it. And then they realize, oh crap, I made a change. We're not sitting here sitting on your orders. If it's placed before 3 p.m., it's going out the same day. And if you happen to catch him where he just finished a load, like if you ever notice that, like, it may not have given you like a tracking number right away, it's probably because he's working on like the first batch of. But if you go, like, then he'll go and depending on when you order, you might see a tracking number come right then and there because now he's going back in there and he's processing those orders. So sometimes you don't have time to think about it and change your mind because that man works and gets it done. So some people say that it was like, look, I'm spoiled because I've ordered from other people and they tell me I got to wait 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days. Everybody can't be, honestly speaking, love. It's your transparency for me. I feel much better about this year under your wing. Thank you. I love all of this info. When class started back, will you get an wait, will we get an email or would I look? Wait, where would I look to find to know when class started? So yes, there will be an email that goes out. So like the new calendar, the links for all of the classes. Like so, what I if you don't know because you're a newer student, so what I do is post the links. So every single so for all of the bachelor sessions, because that's closed, if you're in the program, you have access to that. It's one link. So I set it up and it's a reoccurring link. You use that same link every Wednesday at 6:30 to attend that class. That you will find under the bachelor's sessions. So, and it's broken down by month. So you'll go to January, you're going to see that link. You're going to use that link every single month, every single week at 6:30. The creative business sessions are going to be the same way. That's under the creative business. With that one, it's the same exact link every single month. The only one that will be different links, so you'll still see it under your master's program, but it will be individual like classes and links for you to use will be the master's sessions, because I will open up those for people to attend just those sessions like as standalone sessions. So I cannot necessarily do that one as like one link, because then they'll have access to everything. So, and there are two different sessions. They're not the same sessions. They might want to attend the one, the first master session, but not the second one. So, or actually, I might just make it to where they have to do the whole month. That way, it's easier on me. But normally with those, like it's not a continuous thing. But bachelor's is always the same one, and I would love to because it's now kind of cut off. Actually, I still can't because there's some people that are monthly. The only reason I would love to be able to have that same link for the entire year, but some people decide they don't want to be in the program anymore. So I have to make a new link so that they're not paying for it and they are able to attend like the live sessions. But each program has its own, like, I guess, there's like a course. So all of bachelor's is there and it's one link. So you guys will get the email with the updated calendar. And telling you to go ahead and check, the links. And when you sign up for it, you're able to add it to your calendar. Do I always send out reminder ones? Nope. Sometimes I'll go live like, hey, we're about to start a session. But do I always send out reminder ones? No, because you're able to set that reminder yourself. When you sign up for this, when you register for the Zoom sessions, it asks if you want to add it to your calendar, and your calendar will send you reminders. But you will get the at the start of the month, and the calendar will be out every 2 months. So when you get the email tomorrow, it'll be for January and February's calendar. If you have an LLC and still have a regular 9 to 5, can you still file one return, or do you have to file 2 different returns? Technically you should be filing 2, because you're saying that you have this business entity, or there's still certain things that you're gonna have to file. That's why I always say, if you are someone that's just kind of have a side hustle and you just have self-employment, you can put them together. You have to remember that you may go in and kind of see which way is going to be better for you. And it's not really about having a regular 9 to 5. If you have a regular 9 to 5, you're paying taxes, right? They take the taxes out, especially if you have children. They're taking the taxes out. So when you file a 1099, if you weren't, most people don't go and they don't pay their taxes, like every quarter and stuff, like they're not putting into that federal tax. They're waiting until the end of the year. So what happens is, whether you file them together or not, you have a regular 9 to 5, you have to file that money regardless. So if you file it, you under your personal one, it's just going to take away from whatever refund that you would have gotten. So let's say, your self-employment tax was $1,000. You were before you put that in from your regular job, and whatever dependents, whatever deductions you have, you were supposed to get back 3,000. Well, as soon as you go and start to put in all of your business stuff, it's going to take that refund amount down. So it's kind of already accounting for it. Your 9 to 5 is basically paying your business taxes, basically. So now you have to do them separately. You may have your personal one, and now you're filing for your business. If you owe anything on that, you got to have the money to then pay it. Like, and pay it on time. So hopefully you have your ducks in a row in your business account and your banking account, so you can pay that bill. If you have it, if you weren't paying taxes, like, and paying and adding to the federal taxes all year like you would do from your regular job, you're gonna owe money on your business. Oh, you're gonna owe some money. Whether it's $5, $10, $100, $5,000. You're gonna owe some money if you were not giving Uncle Sam. See, that's the thing. People want to be entrepreneurs, but they don't think about the luxuries that having a 9 to 5 have. You can complain all you want about Uncle Sam taking that money, but at least he's taking it throughout the year. It's a horrible feeling to have to go and drop that kind of money by April 15th. Once you go and do all that stuff. So there are some luxuries to still having a 9 to 5, because it's things that you don't have to think about. Once you become a business, baby, you got to be up on all this. You're running a business online and you have an e-commerce. Contrary to what people believe, it's not just taxes in your own state. Like right now, we have taxes for 4 states, because it's based off, like, each state has different thresholds. It might be a certain number of orders. It might be a number of orders and a certain dollar amount. And for some, it's once you reach a dollar amount. If whatever that dollar amount is, let's say somebody comes on your site and they buy that much in inventory. They buy $10,000 in inventory or whatever it is from you. You are now obligated to pay your sales tax for that state because of that one order. That's how some of them are number of orders or a certain dollar amount. Some of them are a number of orders and a dollar amount. So it's all of those little things you have to think of once you want to go. And everybody say, get a website, baby. You better be ready to pay them taxes to them states that you selling to. I want to take your classes. Where would I start? I have learned a lot from you already. So a la carte classes, if you're just wanting to, like okay, I'll give you an example. We have salvation classes that are coming up. We have like the session on understanding logos and things like that. Was more of like a webinar type deal. I did not do one last year. Definitely gonna do it earlier this year. For like party favors and chip bags and like all that kind of stuff, and cutouts and centerpiece, like the big cutouts and stuff. In April. I want to start it's either March or April. I know it's not May. I'm doing a big graduation like boot camp. So it's the yards that y'all see me do, the yard signs, the graduation fans, the stoles, tumblers, like different things that you can now use to promote to those who have graduates, my grad cap toppers. So there's going to be this major boot camp for all things graduation. It's either March or April. It's too many classes to remember right now, but I know it's one of those. One of those months is grad month. So you can go and just take that one. If you want to be, I do not have any program that will give you access to everything that I do. I don't have that. I don't plan on doing that, because I don't believe that you should attend every single class that someone offers. Attend what applies to your business and what it is that you need to do. So I will never have that. You will pay for the classes that you want. Now, being in my academy, like being a member of bachelor's, master's, or doctorate, you get a discount to any of those classes. So I do, offer that to where it's not like, okay, you're still paying the same amount as everybody else when you pay me every month, or you pay me this one big lump sum. So you do get a discount to all of my a la carte classes, but I do not have anything where all of my classes are included, because again, I'm going to keep saying that I don't believe that you should take and be in every single class there is. It's just going to confuse you. So if you're wanting to really learn my teaching is first and foremost, my teaching is graphic design. We are creatives. You can know about all the LLC you want. You can know about business accounts. You can know about DUNS number. You can know about virtual address. You can know about running a website. What good is having all of that information and all of that knowledge? You can learn about marketing and branding. You can learn about your Facebook pixels. You can learn about running ads on Facebook. You can learn about boosting your posts. You can learn about all these different things. But if your vinyl's still falling off your shirts when you press them, why we focus on all this? If we don't know how to properly cut vinyl, how to properly weed vinyl, we don't know how to properly wrap a tumbler, if that's what our business is, wrap a mug. We don't know how to properly size balloons. We don't know how to design these chip bags. We don't know how to design these party favors, these designer bag gift. You don't know how to do any of that. How do you have a business? You're putting the cart before the horse when you're trying to learn all this other stuff and this appeal of, oh, I'm going to be a 6-figure crafter or 6-figure creative. Having all that knowledge of marketing and branding and all that, it's great. You want to have it. But I focus on teaching you what you need. If your business is based around doing sublimation designs and providing custom items, how are you going to have a business if you know how to do that? So that's what I focus on. And I cater to those who want to learn how to kind of make it their own. There's a lot of people that you can have a business doing this and be very successful and not really do anything like too outside of the box. You're okay. Like, there's so many people who have a business where they're just going to go to designbundles.net, whatever files they have, let me pull those. Hey, I'm going to put this on my website. We have this, cheer mom design, we have this design for a teacher. Maybe all you're doing is maybe adding a name. That's what I did for, I don't get me wrong. There is nothing wrong with that. When I don't have time to be trying to reinvent, I need something quick, baby. So I have someone watching over on my other account. And so this is one of the things that, we talk about. I'm gonna give y'all this little tidbit, right? When you're talking about your business, words like let me check with my design department, making it seem like you have a company, talking the talk before you get there. So we always have this running joke. She was like, oh, I got to go consult my design department. You know what design department is? Creative Fabrica and Design Bundles. So I go to them all the time because sometimes you need something quick and you don't have time to design it, but you need to get that order in and you need to be able to create something, whether it's for a gift or a last minute. I still use those resources. Am I able to design? Yes, but it's so many, I can't design everything, right? So I go and I utilize the resources that are available to me. I use my design department in Creative Fabrica, designbundles.net, Hungry JPEG, Etsy, they are my design departments. I have 4 different I have 4 employees for my design departments, which really breaks off into I have hundreds of employees because there's hundreds of designers on there. And that's how I think of it. And so they're able to just get a design from there. Maybe all you need to know how to do is add a name to it, how to properly size it. You may not need my actual programs. You'll need maybe the class, or you're able to learn a lot for your business just off of whatever I put out on Facebook. Those are basic things. But now when you get into my designing, where we're breaking down, okay, I'll tell you. So this month it's color palettes. Dang it. I know color palette. Every month we do a tracing. Every single month we do tracing, but it's understanding your color palettes, understanding your, hold on. Gotta go to the calendar. I know it's color palette, something, and then tracing. I don't remember what the second week is. And then the fourth one, it's kind of our review week, where we review any lessons, especially if you miss anything, you have any, you tried it, you have questions. So we always have a review period to make sure that you understand that before we move on to the sessions for next month. Oh, multiple cropping. So the 5th is the Bachelor's is color palette. I mean, the 5th is color palette. the 12th is multiple cropping. The 19th is tracing, and we're going to do two, like, it's because we always do tracing. It's always something like kind of like different. So this one is when colors kind of mesh together. And then of course our review. So those are the three actual like lessons: understanding your color palette, multiple cropping, and of course we always have a tracing session every single month, because that's like the foundation of a lot of this stuff. So if we are a doctorate now, when we renew, what will we choose? So doctorate runs all the way up until September. So you don't have to choose anything. Now, come October, I don't really, I mean, hopefully you wouldn't need like the bachelor stuff. But if you're wanting that, like masters will be like next year, there will be one that's just for masters. Like it's not including any bachelors. So there'll be for the new ones, they'll have access to bachelors and masters because they want to kind of just have both. But next year there will be one, because most of my students from this year won't need all of that beginner stuff. They have all of the videos they can go back and watch for a lifetime. So next year, in October, I will have like where you can have a master, like it's like just for those master's classes, just for those 2 sessions per month. And you'll still, of course, have access to the Facebook group. But there's really no other option right now. Like there is no maintenance fee or anything like that, because it is what it is. See, yeah, you put the cart before the horse. She says, I have an LLC, EIN, domain, and now I'm trying to figure out the products. I don't get that. Her Zoom sessions are the best. The access and sharing is uncomparable. If you want to learn and actually get what she is giving, enroll. And today, the last day. I'm so serious. Today is the last day to sign up for any memberships. Like they shut down 11:59. Yes, the bachelor's is for beginners. Oh my gosh. I posted, I think I posted something on that. I posted her response too. It was so amazing. And I know like I end up shopping for, it was like a last minute person, and she said that mom came in there and she just broke down and she was crying. I'll post, let me see, I have a picture too of, because I took a picture and I forgot. I did forget to post that picture, but I took a picture of the setup. Where was it? Look, y'all. Look at how much stuff she was able to provide. And then there's a table that's going that way. And like, look, it's like tables in the back, curling all the way around. We were getting a lot of the stuff that's on, like, well, that table that's over there. I had like some stuff, like all that stuff right behind that was more stuff that we brought, like me and the kids purchased for it. So there was like more stuff. So it was a lot of stuff. I mean, thank you guys. She was just like, I can't believe like people came through like this. Like she was so grateful for all of it. We are spoiled, hands down, the apex. Forgive me if I missed it. Will there be a subscription for paper and inks this year? Yes. Yes, there will be. Also understand the nuances, specifics for your state. Yes, that's people don't understand. Like that's one reason I won't teach like all that stuff, because every state is different. Every banking institution is different in what they require. There is no one like answer for all of it. How do we know when it's time to change out the refill cartridges? It will tell you. So you don't have to necessarily change out the cartridges. If you get to a point to where no matter what you do, like it's spilling everywhere, like your dampers may be bad and you may need to get a new cartridge. When it comes to the one that you have, if your chip will never reset, it's probably time for a new cartridge. We don't sell replacement chips for the 252s. We just sell like a whole new cartridge set. That would be an indicator of actually changing the cartridge. But as far as just the ink, the levels will tell you that. That's a problem if the vine was falling off. But a lot of people like that. I see so many questions. Oh, my customer said to me, they washed it and the vine was falling off. How did you have a customer and you don't know how to properly apply vinyl? I washed stuff like before I started selling shirts. When I applied it, I washed it. That's how I know that you cannot layer. I think I can't layer regular vinyl on top of foil, or was it foil on top of regular vinyl? It was something, and it was cute for the moment. But the minute I washed that shirt, honey, that things fell off in the wash. So you can't mix certain things. Like I do those type of testing with things before I sell them. Which class I need to take? I have a Cameo 4 Pro and never used it. I need to learn silhouettes. I have the business edition. One of the things that I'm trying to do this year is I don't do a lot of things like the actual machine. So Silhoueholics Anonymous, I'm not going to be putting as much content on there. I have 365 Creative Academy. That's where I'm going to be doing a lot of other things. I'm able to talk, I have my Roland, I have the solo, the StarCraft solo, kind of going into a little bit of the other design programs. I'm working to build that. I posted my link tree. That's my link tree. And it posts, wait, is 365 Creative Academy on there? I don't know if it's on there or not. I'll post it. I'll post 365 Creative Academy, but that's in the YouTube channel. And I'm going to be posting a lot of content on between that and the Honestly Speaking. Honestly Speaking will pretty much be like a sublimation based one and a little bit of like stickers and anything that I make with like our pigment inks and things like that. But our core products right now is sublimation ink and sublimation paper. But we do have pigment ink. So it's gonna be more so like sublimation, a little bit of like stickers, labels, if I do any centerpieces and stuff like that, anything that I can make with our actual products. But a lot of the stuff will be on 365 Creative Academy for everything else. I've never really done a lot when it comes to the machines. I underestimated the amount of help that people need to understand cut settings and stuff like that. So going forward, a lot of the silhouette type trainings will focus more. I will go back to focusing more on the machine. And if I do anything, like if I cut from it and it's like vinyl, like something real quick, whatever, that's what will be on there. As far as really, really learning Silhouette Studio, you gotta attend my classes. Point blank in the period, you gotta attend the classes. There's a bunch of videos, 7 years of videos on the YouTube channel. You can figure that out. And watch, like figure out what you need from those. But if you're really, really wanting to learn it, you got until today to join the membership. Like that's where the bulk of my really learning to design in Silhouette Studio will come from. I have 7 years of content and I'm just repeating content at this point. And I'm going to focus more so on my classes and my memberships or, in my Facebook group and stuff like that. I do exclusive videos. I do exclusive live videos. I'm not doing the YouTube membership thing. There's something like doing that. But there's ways where, I send out links whenever I do an exclusive YouTube video. So the membership, you got until today to join. Other than that, it will be whatever is on, YouTube, whatever there. I will be doing more when it comes to the machine, understanding like cut settings, understanding I don't use silhouette mats. I have like one silhouette mat, maybe two. I use Cricut mats, so stuff like that. I would be doing a lot more machine-based things. I don't have I don't have the Pro. I don't recommend the Pro, so I will never have videos that's specific to the Pro. And there are some things that are a little bit different with that. I cannot help you guys with that. I have 6 cameos. None of them are Pro. None of them will ever be a Pro. So if you want to learn it, this January 8th is the first Essentials to Silhouette Studio. And then we have refresher sessions throughout the year. So if you want to get it at $35, you definitely can go. And that's one from last year. The one from this year will not be $35 because that's like a lot. You're paying $35. You're getting the actual session, which is really 4 hours of teaching. Like I break down Silhouette Studio and what you need. And then there's refresher sessions throughout the year. So this time around, I'm just going to do like I'm going to break it up, and I might end up doing another like full on live essentials like after the middle of the year. But normally I do the one in January, and then every quarter there is a refresher. So that one is the first one for that is January 8th. So January 8th is the new essentials to Silhouette Studio. So I'm gonna go through and break down Silhouette Studio live. You'll be able to ask questions and things like that. And then there's a refreshers. So you can start there if you don't enroll in bachelor's or master's or doctorate today. Looking forward to what you teach us this year. I have learned so much. Thank you. Exactly. I started backwards, but I'm learning I'm learning the real quickly. Sometimes you have to use the wheel already created. You got to reinvent it. Use the one that's there at work. That's why I got your beginner classes, learning the settings, print and cut the small, simple, but can be hard if you don't know what you're doing. Yes, I need to learn more designing. Join bachelor's or master's. Why am I not getting notifications? Happy New Year. I'm not sure. I also don't get all the notifications in the calendar. So the calendar is going to be sent out. Again, the calendar is normally only posted one time. It's posted in the group. So it's always in the group. I send the email out with it, and it's normally posted. Well, I'll make sure like it was posted before, like as it was in the community on the Academy site, and it was a download within like every month. The first one, it has like the calendar on it, so I'll make sure that it's there. The one for January will be there, the one for February will be there, but it's in all those places, and I send it out in the emails. Now, as far as notifications for classes, I don't know if you're not sure, you're talking about notifications for my lives or for classes. I don't always send out notifications because you go in there, you register for the Zoom, you are responsible for putting it on there, or put something in your calendar that reminds you that you have a class. I don't always send them out. I run a business. So sometimes it's like having to resend those emails. And most times y'all got to be on. This is a campaign, being honest. I can send a bunch of emails. If I send it out and you still not checking your emails that day, you still weren't going to get it. I can see the open rate. I use a system where I know exactly who opens their email and who doesn't. And I sent out a bunch of emails and they're not being opened. So I'm not saying it's a waste of time, but it's not like I send out the one, and we have to be responsible adults for the things that we want to attend and what we want to do. If you're trying to be a business owner, the same way you have responsibility to your customers, you should have a responsibility to yourself and your trainings and your education. So you have to take ownership of that and, keep up on it. Make yourself a calendar. I know that every Wednesday I have this particular session with Shakia. Whether not, look at your calendar, or whether or not you're going to be able to attend that. So I don't always send out notifications. I send out the one. Zoom allows you to put it on your calendar. You can go and print out that calendar, or you can write it in your own planner, put it on your own calendar on your phone. You have to take ownership of that part. I don't really assist with that. I'm being perfectly honest. When vinyl falls off, what is the most common problem? Does it always mean inexpensive vinyl? No, the common cause of vinyl falling off is pressure. Most times when people say it falls off, it's either someone that's using an easy press or someone who has never changed the dial on their heat press. I know several people that are like that. They think that it's just one setting and it's for everything. So pressure is normally the key culprit to vinyl falling off. Yeah, so it's still in the box. I am scheduling that. Okay, there we go. But yeah, so I do have the solo. It's still in the box. I did not unbox it. At first, I was like, I was gonna unbox it before. I was gonna pre-record it. I did not. That will end up being a live video over on 365 Creative Academy. I'm gonna unbox it, And so I have to learn that. So whenever I'm going, and that will be some videos that are, whether it's a live video or if I am doing a pre-recorded video, it's a new program. You guys are going to see me learn that program in real time. I know other graphic designing programs. Hopefully it's somewhat the same. And I'm going to try my best to work within that program, because I'm going to tell you right now, my default's going to be how Cricut users do. I'm going to design in Silhouette, say there's an SVG, and then go cut it on the Solo. So I'm going to try. I don't know what their program looks like. I don't know how detailed or how intuitive it is when it comes to designing. It might be one of those machines where you use another program to design and it's just a cut machine. I don't know that yet, but we're going to learn together. Like my Rolo. I said Rolo, my Roland, my Ro. It doesn't have a design program. You have to design in other programs. Its program VersaWorks is only for the printing and the cutting. More so for the cutting, because you can actually use it like a regular printer and just send something to print to it directly from your design software. You only use VersaWorks to be able to really cut it as well. So you have to design in a third-party program anyway. I don't know if Solo is like that. I don't know how great their design software is. If it proves to be where their design software is not great, it's just going to be me doing projects, like cutting on it, and that's it. When you have graduation, do you allow other students to see who is walking across the stage? Do you have I haven't thought about that. Like, I don't grade. That's a good idea. Maybe we should have something at in September, like a whole graduation. We should. I haven't changed my group name. I didn't change my group name. I just changed the page. Silaholics Anonymous, like just the logo on. I haven't changed the group name. I'm way over. I'm at an hour and 46 minutes. So we're gonna shut this down at 2 hours. I was off at an hour. I have an off the subject question. I brought the Epson 2803, but have not received my sublimation ink yet. Can I still go ahead and set up my printer using your video? No, you have to pay for the ink. Do not. That is not a printer where you can take the ink out and then put it back in. No, you cannot. You must wait for your, hopefully, honestly speaking, sublimation ink, but you must wait for your ink. You cannot. It's not like the workforce. Cartridge-based printers, you can set those up with the cartridges first. I highly recommend that you set it up with the cartridges first. And then you can put your sub ink cartridges in there. But for EcoTank printers, no, you must put sublimation ink in there. Watch my video. I have a whole video, because let's see who pays attention to my videos. When it comes to setting up EcoTank printers, what is one of the most important things that you should or technically should not do when it comes to setting up an EcoTank printer? Who watched that video? Who knows the answer to that? When you are setting up an EcoTank printer, everybody else will tell you to do something else. There's a specific reason why I tell you to do something when it comes to setting up an EcoTank printer. Who can tell me what that is? I might have a little something for you if you can tell me what that is. Suggestion: she gives a lot of good tips and tricks in her lives. If it's relevant for you, jot down the timestamps and the live title so you can return to it. Yes. Some of us ask her repeat questions in every live. I'm not excluded. I got 3 notifications today, but sometimes I don't get any. I participated in the workshop back in the fall. I was fortunate and won a $50 gift card to Amazon. Unfortunately, there was some issues with the card working. I would like to get some of your ink. Can I apply the? Sure. Email me. Yes, because I'm like, I don't know. Email me. Great. I've been waiting to get. I've been waiting to, if you're get it, I'm ordering mine when I'm done working. Okay, yeah, so I do have it. I got it right before Christmas. Maybe y'all can do a class trip. Ooh, that's nice. I know you said this, so forgive me. I'm listening and cleaning. Good. I should be cleaning too. If I want to take a class or several, is that possible? Or do I have to be a student in Bachelor? No, you can take any a la carte classes. You missed the sale. The sale ended yesterday. All my classes were on sale for 60% off up until 11:59 yesterday. That sale is now over with. But yeah, so you can take individual classes. You don't have to be in those programs. When I have individual class, any class I've already done or any live class that are coming up, you can definitely take a la carte classes. I came in, but then I got a call. Where do we sign up for the classes? I missed that part. I don't own a Cameo yet, but as soon as I snag on a marketplace or Facebook or you don't. So again, I focus more so on the design. Like the design part is to me, that's more important than like the machine. So you can learn Silhouette Studio and be able to design to your heart's content. Like this took me several hours, probably several days to do with all these different images. But this was set up in Silhouette Studio, like tracing and detaching, arranging them. So you can create, like, I don't need a machine for this. This is something that I sublimated. So I set this whole thing up in Silhouette Studio. Like I set up all the images, everything. Well, I originally did it for this. This was the first one. And it was originally made for the mug. And then I made the tumbler. So that's a lot of images that I traced and detached and layered all that stuff and whatnot. So I teach the program first. You don't have to have a machine. And if you want to sign up, then you're going to go to the website. You're going to scroll down. So I'm just going to go back up to here to home. By Monday, it'll be, if you're not doing it today, or actually, no, you have no choice. This is actually going to go away after tonight. That's why I said this. The site's going to change because the membership stuff is coming down. And you're only going to see like the listings for like classes and stuff for 365 Creative Academy. But you're going to scroll down to where it says SA Acad. Nobody told me that was spelled wrong all this time. Really? Nobody loves me. Nobody loves me. Membership program. So you'll come here and sign up for bachelor's, master's, doctorate, or creative business. Do not fill up with your sub ink. Ding, 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 ding. Yes, when you are setting it up, do not fill the tanks all the way up. Only fill it to the triangle. Because if something's wrong with the printer, like mine, my blue ink started leaking everywhere. I had to take that printer back. Hey, imagine if I had to put all that ink in there. It would have been a pain to try and get that out. So only fill it up a little bit, just enough to prime it and check everything, and then fill your ink tanks. Good job. Email me because I'm going to give you a gift card to the website. So with gift cards, you can use them when there's a sale and there's a discount code. You can use them both. So I'm gonna gift you a gift card to the website. So email me, love. Nope, it wasn't that. Nope. She's the only one that got it right. Do not fill it up. Do not fill it up. Yeah, I mean, these are all correct. You don't put the Epsom ink in, but the most important thing when you're setting them up is do not fill up your tanks with the sub ink. Put only a little bit. Yep, and so she got it too. Do not fill the ink up all the way. And she says, of course I missed it. Thank you for responding. I'll search around and see what I need. Don't fill all the way at first in case it doesn't work. You don't lose. And she gave the full description. Miss Cheryl, you also, just for that, because you did the full description, like, email me. I'll get you a gift card too. She said, or none of us can spell. She stole my answer. Hey, that's That's what I'm talking about, JB. Only use HSE. Girl, email me, girl. I like that answer too, girl. Email me. I like that when she say only use HSE. That's right. That's right. That's right. When refilling cartridges, priming always necessary? No. Priming is only necessary when if for any reason, oh, wait, let's switch to over here. If for any reason the center circle doesn't have ink, then you need to prime. So priming is not required whenever you refill them. But if you're refilling them, hopefully you are resetting it. So resetting, you should reset and refill at the same time, but you don't have to reprime. So there is no template for this because there is no way to do a template for this. There is no template. It is full wrapped, but there is no template. This is a technique that is taught in my sublimation seminar or my sublimation boot camp, and that's where you learn to do this. But there is no template because every mug is going to be different. So if you notice on here, it is snug, it's right up on the actual handle. I could do one where it's not quite on the handle, but to me that always looks weird because it leaves a little gap. On this side, it is right up to the handle. So it's a technique. It is not a template. So I don't have a template for this. I teach you how to do this. I have this one and then this one. This is the one that we did in the sublimation seminar. And this one. I prefer, I like full wrap mugs. So I teach the technique. There is no template for it. I will tell you need some HS ink heat tape for it in order to do that. You have to have some heat tape to do it, and it's done in an oven. No, it's not enough. I don't do a lot of blog posts and stuff like that. It's just the website. You can access it from your phone. So I've never thought about an app. It's just too much right now to probably even think about maintaining that. And most people, they say they have an app and it's nothing but their store. It's nothing but their website, which you can get to the website from a mobile device. I'm like, what you got an app for? What type of mugs are those to submit on? What do we look for when purchasing the mugs? You want to just look for a vendor that sells that sells sublimation items. Or when you're going on Amazon, it needs to say sublimation mugs in there. It's a special coating that's on it. Or you can use Cricut infusible ink mugs. I am working on a vendor list. I know some of you guys keep trying to get us to sell blanks. We're just not there. It's okay to say no, we're not there. I don't feel any type of way because we don't sell it and saying we're not ready for that. We are still home based. We are still working on that, becoming a full-fledged company, becoming a full-fledged empire is my ultimate goal. And with where we are now and how we work, that's just not feasible right now to offer blanks and things like that. But there are some amazing people that use our products. They have sublimation blanks. I'm doing my best to vet because, like I said, there was someone I communicated with. They sent me some stuff. I referred somebody to them and they took forever and a day and then told them their stuff wasn't going to go out until January. Wait, who does that? So I need to make sure that whoever I recommend, I'm not saying you have to be like us and you're guaranteed that you'll ship stuff out because I know everyone may not have an even. If you ain't got you an even, go get you one. Just not mine, because I cut you try and get my even. But everybody should have them an even. Everybody should get them an even. It's wonderful. Wonderful dad, wonderful husband, wonderful director of operations. Everybody need them an even. Just can't have my. I have a shirt that says that. I literally have a shirt that says, "Girl, get you an even, just not my even." I'll show y'all my shirt one day. But I'm trying to work with others for that. Now, I will say this: I decided what I want my TikTok to be about. So I'm going to do other stuff on it. But when I'm doing TikTok lives, so if you want to see more about mugs and stuff like that, I'm going to end up telling people when I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it one time only on my TikTok live, because TikTok lives are not saved. But everything else will just be basic mugs. Like, like if I do like my Krispy Kreme mug, like that's not a full wrap, but I'm going to use TikTok, my TikTok lives. Everyone does. It's like some people doing tumblers. So I'm going to be doing mugs in my TikTok lives. We're at 2 hours. Okay, so the last question that I see, I'm not sure if it's like question, so it's here or this one. So those will be the last ones. So everybody else can say your goodbyes, stuff like that. I'm going to answer these, but we are at 2 hours. I'm going to get off of here, y'all. Ooh, I would try and find it. I don't know if depends on where it fell at and if it's interrupting anything. Ooh, yeah, I don't know. I never had that happen. Definitely need the HS ink tape. It's amazing. Hey, professor. So to learn that cartoon design or other designs, I signed up for the Summation Bootcamp. No, I didn't teach the design. I just taught how to wrap the mug to get a seamless, like right up to your handle type. I hate my nails. I know y'all always say that don't matter. Oh, and then like my sticker at the bottom, HSC designs. But I show how to get like right up to the handle. But no, I don't necessarily like this is basically just a bunch of tracing. Like, so you watch any of my video on trace and detach. That's what this is. It's trace and detach, and then you just move them around, resize stuff, and just arrange it. Like, this is just hours and hours of strategic arrangement for this, and doing a bunch of trace and detaches, so that even if it was a PNG, it was just a trace and detach. And it's just a bunch of strategic alignment for this. So yeah, that part isn't taught in the class. Yep, that's the best I've seen. That's so nice. Wait, that's nice too. What tumbler press do you recommend? I don't know which press to get or what I should be looking for. So I don't really use a tumbler press. I like an oven. All of mine are done in an oven. It's less expensive. I don't have to babysit it. So I don't necessarily have like a straight up recommendation, to be perfectly honest. All them damn tumbler presses the same. Like, look here. Y'all know I'm honest about ish. I tell you all the time. Did I work with my vendor, especially for the black formula, and I went back and forth with them? Yes. But I don't distill this. Do I know the process to make sublimation ink? Heck yeah. Will I ever make my own? Probably not, unless I have a whole lot of grants to get like the machinery for this to filter out and to distill and to do this and that. It's a lot of machinery to do this. Sourcing your pigment, you have to import pigmentations. This pigment might come from the motherland. It's certain ways that these things are pigmented. Do I know all the information? Unlike any other company, I guarantee you most of them would never know anything about how sublimation ink is made. I learned about it. I researched about it. I looked up the machinery for it. I've talked to the engineers, like, about certain things, just so I have an understanding of it. Do I make it? No. If I had the resources to, could I possibly make it? Yes. But this comes from a vendor in China, just like everybody else. And most of these tumbler presses, they just got somebody, they just have our name on it. We're taking the risk of paying for them up front for them to be shipped to the United States via a freight, and pray that freight, that ship doesn't end up in the water, So we're just paying for that to get here. We're paying for customs to make it easier. When you want to order it, you're able to order it and receive it in a few days. Everyone's able to go on Alibaba, AliExpress, DH Gates, and order these same exact things. Everybody can. You're going to have to wait probably a couple days, a couple weeks, a couple months to get it. We take on that risk so that it's a convenience for you guys to be able to order it and get it within a reasonable amount of time. All them heat presses are the same, y'all. Some of them are getting them from the exact same vendor. They just have someone's name on it. What is the difference between some of the smaller companies who are just slapping their name on it and some of the bigger ones? Some folks saw, oh, you're going to get heat press, or you're going to get this. I will never do that until I'm able to also get replacement parts. Those are the things that I think about. So you have a lot of people that have stuff and they have these tumbler presses. What is their warranty on it? What type of guarantee if they have an issue? When I had an issue with my Hotronix heat press, they make their stuff. They have extra parts for it. So when I had an issue with my knob, guess what Stalls did? They sent me a knob. Some of these companies who are getting into this thinking that it's great money and they're not ready for that customer service part, because the minute someone says I'm having an issue, all of those machines don't come perfect. Just because the one that you tested out was perfect, that doesn't mean that the one that you sold to Jane down the street is not messed up. And when she goes and says, hey, it's not me, it's not working, I had that happen to a hat press. It's not working. It does not work. Like, I unboxed it on. That's why I like to do stuff live. There's another thing too. Here go another little tip for y'all. Especially when you're not sure about these companies. This is the reason why I like to do live videos. When you unbox it and you use it for the first time, you ordering your tumbler press or whatever, document it. Go live. So when they say, oh no, you must have done something. No, baby, no, boo kitty. I did this on live. I took it out the box. I plugged it up. I temp checked it, and when it said 400 degrees, it was only reading 100. Ain't no lights on here, baby. Ain't no smoke and mirrors. When y'all get this equipment, even if you are not a creator, like you're not someone that does lives, I'm telling you, protect yourself. Do you, even if you want to just record it yourself, they can say, oh, you did this, you did that. Maybe you did it afterwards. But if you go and it's on live video, I'm taking this tape off. I'm taking it out. I'm setting it up. Okay, I'm trying to screw this in. It don't screw, like, the little knob for it. Hey, this part broke. It's frayed. From jump with that, that there's no smoke and mirrors here. But a lot of the companies, they don't want to replace it. It's expensive to ship that. So imagine shipping that, you get it, and it was messed up on the factory floor. Find out from these companies first, what is your return policy on this? If it is defective, who's covering the shipping for it to go back? Who's covering the ship for me to get a new one? These are things, those are not small things. And that's why I will never do that. People ask me all the time is, we're not at that stage. If I have heat presses, when I order mine, I'm ordering extra silicone pads. I'm ordering extra cables and wires for them to be fixed. I'm ordering extra knobs. I'm ordering like the fuses. My job in the military was ground radio maintenance. I was able to take the radios that they use to talk to aircraft, and I'm able to take a schematic. We just went through all of it. I actually looked them. I was like, oh wow, I saw all my schematics. Even was cleaning out the shed. We go and follow a schematic to test resistors, test capacitors, and we go and trace it back, and we're able to change just that resistor, just that capacitor. I know about doing that. And then, of course, by the time I left, it was plug and play. You change the motherboard, you change out a board. So in my mind, I'm like, if something goes wrong with this heat press, I need to know that my vendor can actually send me a new motherboard for this to be fixed. The thermostat needs to be fixed. So if I can't purchase replacement items for those, I'm not going to sell it. So you're going to go and get these things from these people. And if something goes wrong, and if they don't have to be able to replace the thermostat, replace the motherboard, replace certain wires and stuff because it burnt out, that is an investment gone, because they don't have they're not thinking like a company, like an empire when they're doing this. They see it as fast money. They're thinking it's almost side hustle mentality, because as a business owner, if you're not forward thinking for the things that can happen when you are servicing someone, you're not running an effective business. That's how I think. Okay. So all of them are the same. I have a link, a company that I can say that I can recommend because they are a company that have core values and stuff like that. Heat Press Nation, Heat Transfer Warehouse. I know exactly where Heat Transfer Warehouse gets theirs from because I mean those people are actually on my vendors list as well. When I'm writing down all my stuff for the things that I want to be able to bring in. So I have a link for it. It's in the description. Like in the description is my link tree. So I'll post it again. Like on here, this is all of our stuff. And then for supplies, if you go to Johnson's Plastics, I believe they also may have some. You use my code 9PKD6, you'll get 15% off. It doesn't apply to like machinery, like the heat presses and printers and stuff, but like all of their blanks, you get 15% off. But Heat Transfer Warehouse, you click on that. You don't have to put in anything. Just click on my link. That links back to me. It's an affiliate link. You know, I receive a small commission from it. So they have things, and I know exactly where like theirs comes from. So I know it's kind of quality. They actually they get their stuff from one of the more expensive vendors overseas, but that's because that particular vendor provides quality. So you can go there, and then you have hey, where's my one for Heat Press Nation? Oh, I got to put that back on there. So there's like Heat Press Nation, all those, but Heat Transfer Warehouse definitely sells them. There are some other people. I cannot completely vouch for any smaller company at this time that sells the tumbler press. Oh, other than my girl, wait, I can't say that. Somebody who I know has a quality product, but again, I trust her as a company. Now, whether or not if something goes wrong, if she has replacements and stuff like that, I can't say that. So don't go and say, oh, Shakira, you said you trust this person, buy more stuff. She didn't want to see me another one. I cannot say that. But as a company and what she stands for, and knowing that she's not going to scam you, Craft Sisters University, Kiana, she sells them. I know she was doing them before more so as like buy-ins, but I think she's on like her fourth drop of the tumbler presses. I don't think hers is not like the 7-in-1, like the one that costs. Hers, I believe, is just like one for like 30 and 20 ounces. But it's not TTB Designs anymore. Now it's called Craft Sisters. I'll add it to my link tree. It's Craft Sisters University. Just join her Facebook group. You'll see all the information in there. Craft Sisters University, Crafters Support, something like that. Don't have me lying, but her name is Kiana. I trust her, and with her selling them. So I think that was the last one. Everybody else probably responded to me preaching again. I can't get on here and keep preaching, y'all. I got to get off of here, y'all. I wasn't supposed to be on here this long, but I missed y'all. So I'm glad. I'm grateful to be here though, because I do miss y'all. It's hard for me to leave too. It's really, really hard for me to leave. Especially when y'all do like this and y'all go and y'all keep the comments flowing. So yeah. I have some, but I've been meaning to buy the wider ones to try a Tumblr. Professor, is it possible to merge my academies? I don't know how I got two. Yes. So email me and tell me which email address. Wait, I thought we fixed that for you. But if I didn't, let me know which one you want everything merged under. Ooh, I need to learn that full wrap mug. I'm following. Hope I get the notification. I started selling blanks. Only one sale on my site so far, but I've done several in-person and Facebook orders. Ooh. Inbox me. Okay, Vanessa, inbox me. Me too. It's amazing. I just recently, 2 days ago, found you on YouTube while trying to see if I wanted to go the submission route, learning how to submit a Tumblr, and I love you already. Oh, thank you. Ooh, That's so great that you found me during my break. So if you don't know, like I took a whole break for 2 weeks because my kids were out of school. That's why I still gotta go because we got stuff to do. But I took a break to spend time with my children during their break. They go back to school on Monday. Although I kind of don't want them to go because folks in Miami acting crazy. I don't want a child. So I told MJ, I said, look here, you wear the mask and a shield, honey. We finna get him a customized shield for school Monday. You got to wear that for at least 2 weeks. Make sure ain't nothing coming up in here. He lucky because what I want to do is send him to school in a bubble. They was like, you can't do that because they sell like these little pods. I'm so tempted to send my child to school in a pod. That way, even when he eats, he can zip up the sides, have his food right here, and eat in his pod. I am so serious. And then I said, you cannot send that boy to school in a pod. So true. Thank you for your due diligence beyond tunnel vision. Hello, Professor. I couldn't take that guessing on convection oven, so I got a J transformation oven. Set it at 185 Celsius for 6 minutes. When it finished its beeps, I'm done. Yeah, I mean those are good. I mean, I don't. Only thing with that one because that's the one from Heat Transfer Warehouse. I don't think that's long. From when I saw the one from ADub, I don't think it's tall enough. I saw that because their vendor they get it from. I saw it on Alibaba. And I was going to order that one to see. And I'm glad I did see someone else. It's like, well, when they did it, it seems like it's all. I lay mine down anyway, though. So I guess it wouldn't be that big of an issue. But I know when I saw ADub do it, it only lays down. I don't think it's tall enough to stand up. But yeah, you can change it, though. You don't have to do it in Celsius. That's one of if you're here, you're not used to that. You can change your temperature to Fahrenheit so that you don't ever get confused. But yeah, 185 is basically around like 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Please read reviews and warranties. I purchased a press 2 years ago and was stuck with a defective one because the company responded to me when my warranty was up, and honey, they did not acknowledge my A to Z claim. I was first watching from your personal page. Share posted my question. Can you see? Oh no, yeah, I'm sorry. No, I didn't see it. I need to go back over here. Hold on. I went to show the pictures and I stopped looking at Facebook on my phone. Hold on. Sorry. So where do we find the courses? So we have a course site which is 365 Creative Academy. Right now it's learn.365 Creative Academy. So learn.365 Creative Academy. That's like the new name. But you can always purchase them from hsync365.com. So that's where you can find out about that. How much is it for everything? What do you mean by everything? Ray, I don't see your question over here. So post your question over here. Real talk here. You make a good point. I learned that with my first heat press. Yes, thinking of buying a larger unit, but enduring that I have next indent warranty. Wait, I have next indent warranty just in case. Oh, like you got an extended warranty. You must have did talk to text. Thank you. Yes, thinking of buying a larger unit, but ensuring that it is an extended warranty just in case. Yeah, I read between the lines. When you're getting the real and raw business without a chaser, you must hit the thumbs up. Shakia is dropping diamonds on top of diamonds that no other YouTubers are dropping. Thanks for all you do. You are very welcome. Later, Jesse. Hey, Jesse. Hey, Jesse. That's right. I'm not paying all that money without some type of guarantee other than it's great. Exactly, right? Professor, I got it from Heat Transfer Warehouse. Yep. J-Trans oven. I love it. No more guessing. Put it in it. Yep. But my oven beeps when it's done too. Girl, I told my girls yes. And MJ's face, MJ has big cheeks. So when he talks, so he wears an N95, but because he has such big cheeks, when he talks, it always comes off. So I told him he has to wear a shield because whenever your nose is exposed, no, you have to wear a shield. double layer protection. Back in August, did you email us in regards to that? You have to email us or send a message on the site with your order number. A paper bundle does not necessarily come with a chip resetter. So if you ordered an ink bundle, that's different, but definitely like that was way in August. It's a long time away. Definitely email us. Order from a reliable and trustworthy company, such as ones that professors mentioned. Stay away from the big A when purchasing a heat press. Oh, what? Amazon? Is that what you mean? Hey, Chica, my... What? Ray, what the heck are you talking about? Your CPA told you what? My 13-year-old granddaughter has... Oh... No. But it's, I mean, did she get sick? Because they say the Omicron one isn't as, like, you don't get as sick with it. It's just more contagious. Oh, okay, perfect. I mean, I probably won't order from there. I mean, it's been on my list to order directly from the vendor overseas for the longest. But I don't necessarily need one right now. I don't have an issue with my oven. I don't have any space for it. Maybe once where I mean like, so my goal is to have a studio just for recording and to have that equipment in there. And when I do that, I'll probably have another oven in there, but I don't have a problem. I just go pop it in my oven that's in the kitchen and call it a day. So as of right now, I don't have a need for it. And I don't guess, I don't other people said they've had issues with temperature and time. I don't put a thermometer in there, no nothing. I set that baby at 350 degrees, close that door, and keep it moving, shouty. I feel better. Just ordered a 16 by 24 from Heat Press Nation. I do want one of their signature series heat presses. Email address is well, let's send it to the biz. Well, you can send it to either one of them. Sillaholics@gmail.com or info@sillaholics.anonymous.com or info@hssync365.com. Any of those will work, but they all come to sillaholics@gmail.com. If you go to the website or the link that I posted, my link tree, you go to the bottom, go right there. It's going to set up for you to send us an email. So just click right there and it will set it up to send you for you to send us an email. So all that's oh wait, you can't even see it. Haha. Click right there. So all of those things are on our link tree. My CPA told me to stop purchasing in 2021. Now I'm looking to restock my paper supply and want to buy tacky rolls, but only see the sheets. Did you stop? No, we have the rolls. We ain't sold out now. Your CP, meaning your husband, told you to stop buying stuff. So let's go up here. Summation paper, summation ink. Epson. So let's just go here. Paper. There's the rolls right there. And then on the site, if you go here and just go to summation paper, tacky summation paper rolls, and they're right there. We just restocked a few weeks ago. I have an Oster, whichever one to say it, XL. So I have the one that with the door, not the French doors. I have just the regular pull down door. Oh. Okay, perfect. I followed your video. Wait, and so far so good. I popped it in the oven when it is heating up, and once it heats, I set the timer. Is that right? No, I just set my timer. As soon as I pop it in there, I set a timer for 5.5 minutes, 6 minutes, and it's done. What size would I recommend? Is that what you're gonna ask? Because you said your fingers, your nails are getting in the way. See, that's what I told y'all. See, I can't do the nails because of stuff like that. So you just got to be okay with my little stubbies. I'm actually Monday. I will have my little press-ons on, my very very short press-ons, so that you know. But yeah, I can't deal with the nail stuff. I also need to my accounts merged so I can get into the template vault. I've stocked up on the tacky rolls. Yeah, email me guys and let me know what the 2 email addresses are. Her and my son are really sick. I'm quarantined now. I was with them for 10 days. I have no symptoms. I'm vaccinated and had the booster. I need to catch up on your videos. I love the new logo. Thank you. I also need to check out the vote. So excited. And I'm going to be adding more stuff to that. Even is probably a little pissed. I have so many like templates and stuff that came in from Amazon and from other places so that I can create different templates. So I'm still working those, but I've been so, be very, very patient with me. I've really been like working, but also enjoying my children for the past 2 weeks. So I have not put the stuff in there and been able to do the stuff that I wanted to do to put on there. Working on getting more help at the house. I told Eva we need a housekeeper at this point. Sometimes I feel like I need a personal chef. But just bear with me. I've taken this time on the break to spend with my family. So large enough for a tablecloth. So it depends on the printer that you have. If you have a small format printer, you have to use the 8.5-inch wide. If you have the workforce printers or like the 15,000, the 8550, you use the 13-inch one. If you have an F570, you use a 24-inch one. But all the printers you can print up to 24 inches long. 47 inches long. So that's on that. So you just choose which size based off of which type of printer you have. Yeah, so you can get either the 13-inch or the 8.5-inch roll. Yes, thank you. All right, that was the last one. I got through the last one in 2 hours and 30 minutes. Thank you guys so very much. I am super, 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 super excited for what the next 365 days will bring. We have so many things like in store for you guys. Remember, I'm telling you now, you want like the nitty gritty of Silhouette Studio. Today is the last day, 11:59 p.m. Those will no longer be offered on either website, because what I don't want is for anyone to be so far behind when we are doing stuff and then trying to play catch up and not, knowing where anything is, because we're going to progress. So there will be opportunities for like beginner classes. I have ones that are coming up for beginners to like adhesive vinyl, beginners for t-shirts, so there are going to be some beginner classes, like they are just a la carte classes. But as far as Silhouette Studio and really learning it from a beginner standpoint, you're either going to have to watch all the old YouTube content, or attend all of the different a la carte classes, and pick up little tidbits from each one of them. So membership closes tonight at 11:59 p.m. Of course, it's the weekend, so all orders will resume going out on Monday. And I will see you guys back on Monday. The lineup is, of course, Monday is normally what I was doing, like, design, the design one for Silhouette Studio. But like I said, we're going to kind of scale back on that. Monday will be a general Q&A. I'll have my early morning one because I like waking up to y'all. And then I'll do like probably one in the evening, just like for new people and stuff like that. But there's going to be a little, structure change. You guys won't see me on live as much anymore. I know everyone can't attend daytime classes, but I have a lot more like daytime, like actual classes planned and scheduled. So it'll limit the amount of time that I have on live. All right. Thank you. Everyone, enjoy the rest of your day. I'm monitoring the quarantine patients while trying to stay in the safety zone. Thank you for the gems. My anxiety was eased for a minute. Yay. Girl, I did a dance when I opened my vault. Yay. All right, y'all. So I am out of here. I thank you guys so very much for helping me bring in the new year. I know it's like in the middle of the day, but it's still my first live of 2022. The next 365 days are about to be litty. So I thank you guys so very much. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.